Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Teresa. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you for sticking with us, and if you're new on this channel, welcome to this channel. In this channel we do a lot of pattern drafting, sketching and sewing tutorials, so please subscribe to this channel for more stuff like this coming up. Trust me, I promise it's going to be interesting. Now in today's tutorial I'll be showing us how to draft pattern for corset. And now the first thing we're going to do is fold our fabric into two, then impute our shoulder measurement. Shoulder we're talking about width is about 8 inches, so we're putting 8 inches here. That's 16 divided by 2, 8 inches. And then we'll go ahead to impute the breast point measurement, the under bust measurement, the half length measurement, which is also called the waistline measurement. So I'm going to just go ahead and mark this point and then draw a straight line so that we can actually know where to impute our measurement afterward. So this is what I'm doing over here, as you can see. And now we are going to go ahead to mark our armhole depth. That's the same line we're going to be placing our chest, using as our chest line. So that's about 8 inches. You should know already that I love to use 8 inches. So that's about 8 inches for our armhole depth, and that's also serving as our chest line. So I've gone ahead to draw a straight line there, and the next thing I'm going to do now is to draw a line for the armhole. Since it's already 8 inches, I didn't have to use the tape to now impute the point again. So I just went ahead to do this, and then I'll draw a curve so that it can look like an armhole. But actually this is not really necessary because we'll not be using this upper parts, but I'm just going to do it so it can look like a basic bodice, because right now we are trying to draft basic bodice. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to go down by 1 inch. This is going to serve as our shoulder slope. So this 1 inch I came down with, I'm just going to connect it down to the shoulder, and this is how our basic bodice should look like. Now I'm going to go ahead to label this point I earlier mentioned. So we have the chest line, the breast point, the under bust point, and then the waistline. Now you understand what I was saying better. The next thing we're going to do now is impute our nipple to nipple measurement. Mine is about 3.5. That's 7 divided into 2. And I'm going to impute it in the chest line, the breast point, under bust point, and also the waistline, as you can see me do here. So that's exactly what is going to happen now. And then when I impute this 3.5 inches, I'm now going to draw a straight line connecting all these points. So I'll be taking all my measurements from this point now. I'm drawing all this now so that you can understand better. After that, the next thing we're going to do is take the difference between the breast point and the under bust point, and the difference we have here is 3 inches. So I'm going to go round by 3 inches. In other words, I'm going to make a circle with these 3 inches starting from the breast point. That's where I'm going to place my tape, and then I'll go round. You see what I'm doing better, because after placing these dots, I'm still going to put extra strokes in it so that it can be really clear and we can all understand what I am saying here. So please keep watching. Now you can see what I was talking about, the circle I was talking about earlier. So now the next thing we're going to do is, by the side of this nipple to nipple measurement towards the waistline, we're going to impute 1 inch measurement, and then towards the other side impute 1 inch measurement. This is going to serve as our dart point. And then I'm going to draw a straight line from this waistline upward and make a curve towards the breast point. You're going to see all of this in the video. So I'm going to draw a line now on both sides and then make a curve towards the breast point. Now I'm going to go ahead to do the same thing on the chest line, 1 inch on both sides of this point here, and then a straight line connecting it towards the breast point and a curve. So you're going to see it here, although I made a little mistake on the other side. Yeah, on this point I drew the line too long, but it doesn't matter. I could just connect it and that was it. So just in case you see an extra line exceeding that point, it's useless. So this is what we have now. The next thing I'm going to do now is impute 1 inch on that chest line. That's the distance between the two busts on that corset. So I'm imputing 1 inch on that chest line, and I'm now going to go ahead. After imputing this 1 inch, I will draw a curve connecting it to the upper part and then connecting it to the under bust point. You're going to see me now draw a curve connecting to the under bust point. So these thick lines are the lines we are going to be using for our corset. The thick lines, we're no longer going to use the dotted lines anymore. So we're now going to connect it towards the upper part of the chest line, like you can see me doing here. And then so we can have an accurate measurement, this excess outside the thick line on that dotted point, I'm going to check the measurement. I have about ½ an inch there, and so I'm going to replace it back to the other side of the breast point so we can have accurate measurement. And then after imputing it there, I'm going to draw a curve again towards the upper part of the chest line and then connect it also towards the under bust line. This way our measurement stays intact and we're not short of any measurement. So I'm going to do it here so you can see. And now the next thing we're going to do is impute our measurement. So I'm going to go ahead to impute my chest line measurement divided into 4. I'll impute it. Breast point measurement divided into 4. Impute it. Do the same thing for the under bust and then the same thing for the waistline measurement. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark these points as you can see and then impute them there. So now this particular part can be a bit tricky. Now the measurement in this that point, you're going to take it out. So now we're going to replace this measurement into our measurements. Like I checked it earlier and it's about 2 inches. So I'm taking this 2 inches and replacing it back into the measurement so that I'm not going to be short of any measurements. Then after replacing it into it, since I'll be cutting it out, I will now add 1.5 inches for my stitching allowance. Let me go over it again. This 2 inches I took from that point, I'm going to put it back into the measurement so that I can have an accurate measurement, and then I'll add 1.5 inch stitching allowance. I hope this is clear. So now I'm just going to impute the stitching allowance and draw a line connecting. You'll see 2 lines. The first line is going to serve, like this line I'm drawing now is serving as the actual measurement. Like this is our actual measurement. Then the next line coming after this is our stitching measurement. Please, I hope you're following. And now I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. So we'll be using this front pattern to draft the back, but then drafting the back is like really easy. You're going to see all of this in the video. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this piece so that I can draft the back piece. And now for the back piece, so we're just going to leave a space in front for our zipper allowance. That is if you're going to add a zipper to it. Some people might want to do a loop, but in this particular tutorial we are using a zipper. So this is 2 inches for the zipper allowance, and I'm just going to trace towards the armhole, a little curve down there towards the armhole, and then I'm going to mark the front points towards the neckline so that I can know where these points are. And I'll take this front piece out. I already marked the dart point down, so I'm going to take this front piece out and draw a curve around the neckline to meet the armhole, and then I'm going to go ahead and impute the dart point. I already marked it out like I did on the front piece, so I'm just going to go ahead to draw a straight line and then connect those points at the sides towards the upper part of this line I had drawn earlier. So after doing this right now, I'll just cut it out. Remember, I had already added all the extra allowances I wanted to add on the front piece, so that's like basically the measurements I need. All I had to do here was to just add the 2-inch sewing allowance and then indicate it here like I'm doing, and then I will cut it out. That's all for the back piece. And here I've brought back the front piece, and I'm just going to separate this piece into different parts. Like I said earlier, this corset is the one you split everything. I'm going to make a tutorial on another one, but in this one you split everything. So I'm just going to cut through these thick lines I created earlier. So this is just what we're going to do: cut through the thick lines and then separate all the parts of this corset, exactly how I'm going to do it in the video. And this is what all the pieces should look like at the end. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.